Hello, Sagittarius. This is your April 2020 tarot reading. My name is Jenny, and this is a brand new YouTube channel. So thank you for being with me. It is scary, and it is a joy, and it is a privilege and honor to read for you, albeit on a very new platform for me. So thanks for hanging out and spending some time. And I hope that what I have to share with you helps you in some way. I was meditating and checking in with your energy before I started this. And I wanted to share with you a couple of cards that I pulled. And I know people don't like that when you pull cards like before you start, but that's just how I do it. I like to check in with energy before I get started. And these are the two cards that I pulled for you. I pulled the Firefly and the Golden Egg. And so I want to elaborate on that a little bit because I feel like there is a very epic idea that wants to reveal itself to you right now. But I also feel that there is a lot of frustration that you are experiencing in your life. And I think that until you can get quiet and until you can actually embrace the stillness and embrace the silence, that idea is going to keep escaping you. It's almost like, you know, when a word is on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite get there. It's like, you feel it's coming, but it's just not quite there. And it just is just like out of your reach. So that's the feeling that I'm getting about it. When it comes, it will come quickly. It will come in a flash. It will come in a way that you can't miss it. It will be like you experience it with all of your senses, but it will not happen until you can settle in. So I just want to offer you a little bit of encouragement that maybe what you feel is on the way, like you're right about that. It's almost like it has the feeling of being part of your destiny. It's the word epic keeps coming up, and so I want you to not lose hope. I want you to be optimistic, and I want you to be brave in terms of the inner work that you're going to be doing through the month of April, because there will be rewards at the end of the tunnel, excuse me. Page of Wands, and you will be sort of like leaping into this with great joy. But then the time is not right now for you. And I know that's really frustrating for you, Sagittarius. Like, you're always ready for the next big adventure. And so I know that calling, you know, there's this, in the cycles of life, there's always this time between the next thing. That's the time, the pause, the breath, that's the sigh between the activity. And right now you're sort of in that sigh. And then towards the end of that sigh, it's like the end of that exhalation, there starts to be a little bit of panic because you're like, I need more life, or I need more adventure, in the case of a Sagittarius. And so you're kind of at the end of that long sigh is the best way that I can describe it. So I'm feeling very excited for you, Sagittarius, but also like, just really want to encourage you to, if you used to have a meditation practice and you sort of fell off, now would be a great time to get back to that. I just did the collective energy spread for April, so everyone should be really spending a lot of time with their breath. I mean in a big, what's the word? A big intentional way with their breath. So you can check out that video if you're interested. Okay, so this is going to be a 9-card spread, and then we will end up with a couple of oracles at the end. Right now I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. It's a new deck to me, and I love it. It's so amazing. 9 of Pentacles. Yes, yes, yes. All of your dreams are within reach, but they're just not quite here yet. So You're not quite at the 10, you're not quite at the end of that cycle, but it will be there. And the 5 of Swords, of course, is coming up for every single reading that I've done for the month of April, which is not surprising at all. I mean, look at this card. This is the perfect card for April. There is so much chatter going on. And I know this isn't the traditional interpretation of the 5 of Swords, but this is really how I'm seeing it right now. There is so much chatter going on in the collective. Like, everybody's anxiety is so high. It's like this negative feedback loop. So the media is like going absolutely bananas over CV. I'm not even sure if I can even say that on YouTube right now. So the media is going bananas, then social media is going nuts, and they're creating a false narrative about what's going on. And I'm not saying that it's not happening. I'm just saying that they are creating a level of anxiety, intentionally a level of anxiety that is designed to keep us in fear. And so it's working because social media is also going crazy. And then that's what we're spending so much time on these things because we want to stay informed and we want to know how everyone is doing. But all this like outside chatter is making it really hard for us to hear our own voices. And so I really think that I just want to encourage everyone to limit your time on the news, any screen time that you're having right now, because so many people are having to work from home. So maybe they're even spending more time on the computer. So please just do your best to limit your screen time and your social media time right now. It's really important, and especially for you right now, Sagittarius, since the creative energy is bubbling beneath the surface for you and it's trying to reveal itself for a new exciting project or a new offering. And so yeah, just try to do your best to check in with yourself regularly throughout the day. And you know, don't be like sitting staring at a screen for too long. Temperance. This one also keeps showing up, and it's really because, you know, there is a great equalization. I don't even know if that's the right word. It's like there's a great rebalancing sort of that is happening in Sagittarius. This is your card. So another great reason for that card to show up right now. Okay, I just want to hold up this card so you can see it. Okay, look at how there is dark and light in this, right? And then there's an angel. This guy is kind of like sitting in the middle of this darkness and the light, which we're all sort of doing right now. We're like sitting, there are forces of darkness and forces of light totally at play right now. And we have to be in our center. Like, we have support from the whatever you want to call it out there. We have support from the universe. The light has support from the universe, but that doesn't mean that the dark isn't going to like go down kicking and screaming, because an entire new way of life is trying to be revealed right now. And you know, here we are in the center of all of that. And so it's really important that we do stay grounded and really dive into our whatever practice is so that we can do that and then fully show up as ourselves out into the world and be powerful in the way that we're creating going forward from here. Judgment. Oh man. The card makes me want to take like a deep breath. We'll get to all of these in a moment, but I feel that some of you are really struggling, and I'm sorry to say that, but some of you aren't handling whatever this is, whatever this social distancing is very well, this death and rebirth, this beginning of a new cycle that is being birthed right now. Some of you have been pleading to the divine about this. You are really deep in your prayers, which is amazing, but some of you aren't trusting in the prayers that you're putting out into the world. And so I would invite you to come back and remember your power. This death and rebirth that is coming through right now has been coming for a long time, and we've all felt it. And Sagittarius, I know that you felt it too. So just don't forget your part in this. The Two of Swords. So this is exactly where you need to be right now. It's like every time I see this card, I'm like, okay, the waves are coming in and I am standing still. I am a force unto myself, and it doesn't matter how hard or how high the waves are, I am fully connected to my core, to my center, to my soul, and to the divine. And so that no matter what life is throwing at me, I will not be moved. I will not go under. And that's sort of where you are, or where you are trying to get to for the month of April. And that's exactly where you need to be in order for this golden egg to come through, okay? And it's going to come through in a flash of light that you absolutely cannot miss. Knight of, is that the Knight? Yeah, that's the Knight of Pentacles. Nice, I like that for you, Sagittarius. It's all gonna work out. Oh, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, I like it. That's very nice. This will be you. This is the energy that I want you to be striving for this month, Sagittarius. And it looks like by the end of the month, you will achieve that, which is interesting because by the end of April, I think everyone else is gonna be pretty anxious, but because you're taking the early time in April to go within, that by the end of April, you're going to be sitting on your throne like, I saw this coming. I knew it was going down, and it's all going to be okay. This is just part of this process. We have quite a few pentacles in your reading, Sagittarius, and so that lets me know that whatever this is, it's going to be focused around your material abundance. And you're very concerned with that right now. Obviously, a lot of people are concerned with their material abundance, but this is, it's all looking actually quite good for you. You will be focusing on this, but I think that, here, some cards for you. I think that whenever this comes through, it's going to make all of this much easier, and it will bring things in much quicker for you. Okay, and then there is also a need to, for some of you, a need to let go of self-limiting beliefs. You have forgotten that you are strong. You've sort of, what am I feeling? You've gotten pretty caught up in the physical realm, and you have forgotten your spirit. You feel like you've lost that connection, but all you need to do is just like reach out. It's because that connection is there. And so when you lose connection with your soul, with your spirit, you start to believe that you're small, and you start, and crazy things start happening. You start developing all these self-defeating habits, self-defeating ways of thinking, and then the spiral of lies that you just keep telling yourself just like goes down and down and down, and you end up in this cave that you can't quite get out of. And I know, depending on what you have in the rest of your chart, but I know there's some Sagittarius out there who are like that. But all in all, I'm feeling really good about where you are right now, Sagittarius. I think most of you are doing your best to keep your perspective. And I think that some of you are having an easier time than others. But I just want to offer you some encouragement that the thing that you've been seeking, the thing that you've known all along is coming, is on the way, okay? There's just like a little bit more work to do. You're not quite there yet, and you need to be okay in the end of that sigh that I was talking about earlier, because there is a level of trust in yourself, and also a level of trust in the universe that needs to be cultivated in order for you to reach the top of that next level for yourself. Okay, emotions are running high, and I mean, obviously emotions are running high. It's like, I feel like the cards are just screaming this entire month for all of the readings, because the collective energy is very high. And that's why we keep getting this 5 of Swords showing up for every single reading, because amount of energy that we are putting out into the world right now, you know, we are certainly all one, and we've all got our little feelers out, and we're all sort of like picking it up. And so the more we can work on ourselves during this time, and the more that we can kind of bring that down, we can help everyone else with their emotions as well. We can calm that collective energy, that collective angst, that anxiety down to a place where we can all start to hear ourselves think again. Okay, Sagittarius, that's part of your work. And then also prosperity lies ahead. So yes, I mean, obviously you've got you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles. So whatever this goal, and you've got the golden egg. So whatever is coming will help you with your financial situation, which is always comforting, especially in times of financial uncertainty, which a lot of us are struggling with right now. Okay, so this is the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. I love this. It's by Alana Fairchild, and the artwork is by Autumn Sky, who is just absolutely amazing artist. And I have found this to be one of my very favorite decks. And I highly recommend that you pick it up. There's a link below. Sacred Rebels. It's amazing. There's a healing process in each card that's like a short visualization that you can do with, you know, just a couple of minutes. And I'm going to read that to you just because I want you to have the benefit of a little healing visualization for yourself today. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what we have for you. Faith in the process. Oh my God, it is the perfect card for you. Absolutely 100%. Knowing that the next breath is going to come, that there, you know, that there is the hand of the divine is at play here, and that sometimes things just take a little bit of extra time. Sometimes, you know, there is a delay that is a little longer than we're comfortable with. Okay. But trust, man. I mean, all things work together for the good. And that includes you. So let me see what they have to say in here for you, Sagittarius. Faith in the process. I love it, love it, love it for you. Okay, so I'm going to read this. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of our life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along. When we are at the edge of our own limits, we have no more personal resources. We might be left with only one spiritual power, the power of faith. And fortunately, that is enough. So you are in a situation where you can't set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest that you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes the bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity and the earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved, while also being empowered and protected as you make personal progress through your role in the grander scheme. And there's more, but I'm not going to sit here and read everything to you, but I am going to read the healing process to you. So if you want to just get a little bit comfortable and take a few deep breaths, just allow a moment of silence. As I say that, I can hear my neighbors outside. I'm not sure if you can hear them or not. It's wonderful. Okay, Sagittarius, now say out loud, I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy, or that faith is a silly or immature way of dealing with life. I ask that those thoughts be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed into my life. At the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me. With gratitude and without guilt or shame. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love, so be it. So you can stay in this space as long as you like, Sagittarius. And I hope this has been very helpful for you, or even just a little bit helpful for you. Feel free to leave comment for me and with any feedback that you have. Like I said, this is a new channel and I'm just trying to get my bearings here. So thank you for spending some time with me, and hopefully we shall connect soon. Much love.